friends, welcome to another edition of Alpharetta Video. I'm your hostess and local Alpharetta expert, Jennifer Eby. Fridays are a special day in our neighborhood. It's the day when all of us moms and my best friend Ken go to the bus stop, get our kids off the bus, and then sit down and catch up over a cocktail or two about the events of the week. Basically, we have happy hour while the kids have happy time. One or two of us usually brings a cheese plate to happy hour. So today, I'm going to show you how to put together a fabulous cheese plate. My favorite spot to purchase cheese is Murray's. It's a Greenwich Village, New York City-based cheese shop that's been around for about 75 years. We're pretty lucky to have at least 3 Krogers that I know of that have Murray's inside them. When you make your cheese plate, you want to start with 3 to 6 cheeses. Here I've used just 4. Now when you're selecting your cheeses, make sure that you pick a variety of cheeses. You don't want 3 different bries or 4 different cheddars. You want to have different varieties and different tastes and textures, ranging from sharp to mild. On this particular cheese plate, I've paired up 4 different types of cheeses. This is a brie, this is a not so crumbly blue cheese, this is a Gouda, and this is Bellavitano Merlot rind, which is sort of like a firm cheese, not unlike a cheddar. It's actually my favorite. Now you'll notice on this cheese plate that I have a different knife for each cheese. The reason is because if you have a soft cheese, you don't want the flavor to muddle with maybe one of your other harder cheeses. Now that you've picked your cheeses, it's time to pick your carbs. You should pair your cheeses up with a bread or a thin cracker, either a French bread or a crusty Italian bread, or you can use a thin cracker like this. My favorite brand is called 34 Degrees Crisps, and actually I like to use the natural, no flavor one because it allows you to taste just the cheese itself. Make sure to take the cheeses out about an hour before you serve it. They should be served at room temperature. In addition to a carb, you want to include some nuts or some fruits or some antipasti like olives to your cheese plate. For this particular cheese plate, I've chosen to pair up some fresh fruits and some nuts. In general, nuts are a great palate cleanser. When you're serving a cheese plate, one of my favorite things to serve along with it is a Marcona almond. They're slightly oily, they're slightly salty, and they're delicious. Make sure that you don't choose an almond or a nut that is too salty because then it will compete with the flavors of your cheese plate. If you want to pair your cheese plate with a wine, the most versatile food pairing of any wine is a Pinot Noir. But make sure that you choose something that is light bodied, maybe from Burgundy or the Finger Lakes region of New York. You don't want to pick an herbaceous or earthy Pinot Noir because that will tend to fight the flavors of certain molds. Lastly, add a raw fruit into your cheese plate. The acidity from the fruit will help cut through the fat in the cheese, and it will also balance out the different flavors of the cheeses. One of my favorite fruit and cheese pairings is to put together a Granny Smith apple with a tart and tangy blue cheese. The sweetness and the tartness and the tanginess, just magnificent. That's it. Now you know how to make your own fantastic cheese plate for your own happy hour. Happy Friday, my friends, and happy dwelling.